Good morning and salute to you all, my family members. We belong to only one family, that is Noah's family, right? And there is constant war that is going on between God and devil, and we are the part of this war. If we are following our hearts, minds, and body, that means we are following Satan. But if we are following the teachings of Jesus and the commandments of God Jehovah, then we are in the army of God Jehovah. Okay, buddies, this is the scenario. So be very careful, all of you. Make sure you should not follow your hearts. Your hearts, your minds, and your bodies are your own enemies. So be very careful. We are surrounded by enemies. Okay, everyone is surrounded by enemies. Heart, mind, and body, everything belong to devil. Got it? So only we, the spirit of the breath of life, we are the only one that is we ourselves in our bodies. Okay, rest of everything does not belong to us. So be very careful. Secondly, rich people cannot enter heaven. Rich people cannot enter heaven, no matter how they try. Jesus said very clearly here, you see what he said, do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth. This is what Jesus said. And all these, business class, ruling class, these politicians, political parties, the big leaders of this country or all over the world, they are actually doing the same. What Jesus said, they are doing exactly the opposite. Jesus said, do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth. They are laying up treasures on earth. They are increasing, all the prices. They are making laws to rob their own country, their own people. Let them do it. Let them do it. Because their time is very less. Anytime anything can happen. Anytime anything can happen. So let them do that. Jesus said in Matthew 5:40, what he said, if anyone wants to sue you and take away your tunic, let him have your cloak also. You know what he is doing? If someone wants to rob you by by suing you or making laws and all, nowadays governments do all this. They make certain laws to rob more and more people, more and more people. They are robbing us legally, absolutely legally. They are robbing us. Where is the gas price, petrol price, uh, all the essential commodities, all the prices? They are robbing us. Jesus said, if they want to rob, let them rob, because after some time, after some time, they will be nowhere, and they will be burning in the hell with their families. So don't worry, don't take tensions. Your sufferings are counted over there in heaven, and your sufferings are your wealth. So don't worry whether you are suffering or this way or that way. Don't worry, your sufferings are not going to waste at all. Your sufferings will not go waste at all. Your sufferings here in this world will be your wealth in the next world. Okay, so be very careful. Don't worry, just let them have what they want. Just let them have what they want. Okay, so today we are going to read 42nd chapter, right? 42nd chapter we are going to read. Okay, Joseph's brothers go to Egypt. When When Jacob saw that there was grain in Egypt, Jacob said to his sons, why do you look at one another? And he said, indeed, I have heard that there is grain in Egypt. Go down to that place and buy for us here, that we may live and not die." So Joseph's 10 brothers went down to buy grain in Egypt, but Jacob did not send Joseph's brother Benjamin with his brothers, for he said, "Lest some calamity befall him," right? And the sons of Israel went to buy grain among those who journeyed, for the famine was in the land of Canaan. Now Joseph was governor over the land, and it was he who sold to all the people of the land. And Joseph's brother came and bowed down before him with their faces to the earth. Joseph saw his brothers and recognized them, but he acted as a stranger to them and spoke roughly to them. Then he said to them, "Where do you come from?" And they said, "From the land of Canaan, to buy food." So Joseph recognized his brothers, but they did not recognize him. Then Joseph remembered the dream which he had dreamt about them, and said to them, "You are spies. You have come to see the nakedness of the land." And they said to him, "No, my lord, but your servants have come to buy food. We are all one man's sons. We are honest men. Your servants are not spies." But he said to them, "No, but you have come to see the nakedness of the land." And they said, "Your servants are 12 brothers, the sons of one man in the land of Canaan. And in fact, the youngest is with our father today, and one is no more." But Joseph said to them, "It is as I spoke to you, saying, you are spies. In this manner you shall be tested. By the life of Pharaoh, you shall not leave this place unless your youngest brother come here. Send one of you and let him bring your brother, and you shall be kept in prison, that your words may be tested to see whether there is any truth in you, or else by the life of Pharaoh, surely you are spies." So he put them all together in prison 3 days. Then Joseph said to them the third day, "Do this and live, for I fear God. If you are honest men, let one of your brothers be confined to your prison house, but you go and carry grain for the famine of your houses, and bring your youngest brother to me, so your words will be verified, and you shall not die." And they said to him, Then they said to one another, and they did so, okay? And they did so. Then they said to one another, "We are truly guilty concerning our brother, for we saw the anguish on his soul when he pleaded with us, and we would not hear. Therefore, this distress has come upon us." And Reuben answered them, saying, "Did I not speak to you, saying, 'Do not sin against the boy,' and you would not listen? Therefore, behold, his blood is now required of us." But they did not know that Joseph understood them, for he spoke to them through an interpreter. And he turned himself away from them and wept. Then he returned to them again and talked with them. And he took Simon from them and bound him before their eyes. The brothers returned to Canaan. Then Joseph gave a command to fill their sacks with grain, to restore every man's money to his sack, and to give them provisions for the journey. Thus he did for them. So they loaded their donkeys with the grain and departed from there. But as one of them opened his sack to give his donkeys feed at the encampment, he saw his money, and there it was, in the mouth of the sack. So he said to his brother, "My money has been restored. There it is." Okay, buddy, we have to wait.